Is this the title screen? Can I like do my intro or like is something gonna happen? Oh. Okay, wait, I can move. Oh, okay, so this is the title screen. Oh! Edith Finch. I was waiting for like a title screen to do my intro. I guess this is the title screen. Salut tout le monde, my name is Lukael. Welcome to What Remains of Edith Finch. This is a game developed by Giant Sparrow, released in 2017. Pretty much as per usual, I don't really know anything about this game. It's a game that's been recommended to me a few times in the comments, but I don't really know what the gameplay style is. I don't really know what the story is about. As per usual, I'm jumping in pretty much completely blind. All I know is that it's a pretty short game, like 2-3 hours, so we're gonna be doing this one in a single session. And as far as I know, it's one of these walking simulators. I don't really like that term for games. It's kind of like reductive, I feel. Because just because you're not like shooting and killing people in the game doesn't mean the only thing you're doing is walking. I think a better term would be just like a narrative focused game, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, not too sure what to expect. Who is Edith Finch? But more importantly, what remains of her? I guess that's what we're about to find out today. So thank you so much for joining me. Without any further ado, let's jump right in. So I am sitting on this bench on a boat on some kind of a lake. Oh, and I've got a family tree. Edith, that's me, I guess. Born in 1999, so wait, how old would that be? Came out in 2017, so let's assume the game is taking place in 2017, so she would be 18 years old, okay. So quite young. So, daughter of Milton. Wait, no. They're too young. They would have to be siblings. So these could be brothers, Lewis and Milton, and then Gus, Gregory, Don. I guess we'll learn some more about all these people as we keep going. Alright, so I've got a book. Edith. I have a hard time pronouncing that name. Edith Finch. It's a journal. She's got a cast, so I guess she hurt her wrist.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Oh, okay. I thought I was going to have to narrate everything, but I guess she is going to do that for me, which is nice. That's a little bit less reading for me.
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
So you hopped the fence to your own house or a different house? Okay, shift actually zooms in instead of like walking faster, which is odd. Right click also zooms in and I can see my body. Always a fan of that. There shall be no running here, I suppose. So it's a very tall house.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Strange. Who forbade you? Your parents? That doesn't really look like a house that would like hold upright. It looks like it would fall apart as soon as there was a bit too much wind. But definitely an interesting looking house. Look at that nice little mailbox in the shape of a house. Is it like the exact same house? It looks a bit different, but that's a really cool looking mailbox. Orcas Island Gazette. She's wearing like some kind of Oh, it's interesting how you control things by moving the mouse.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
I guess they weren't so urgent after all. Final notice? Huh. She's wearing some kind of like knitted gloves, I guess.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Ooh. Lewis. So Lewis is the brother. He died in 2010 at age 22. That's quite young. Ooh, I guess we're opening that. No trespassing. This property is protected by video surveillance. Will be prosecuted. Will I be though? What if I've lived here? But I guess the idea is I don't live here anymore.
My mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
How very cryptic of your mother.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Oh, the Finches. So does anyone else live here now, or like were we the last ones? Is this a choice here? I can either go left or right. You know what? Let's just go left. How very cryptic of your mom. So your mom is also dead, your brother is dead. Is your whole family dead? If so, how unfortunate. Missing Milton Finch. Ooh. That's your other brother, right? Wait, he died in 2003? That's even younger. That's only, what, 11? Damn. Do you guys know for sure he died, or like did he just disappear? If you have information about Milton. Huh. Let's put the texture quality on ultra so that maybe that can help us read stuff.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
You inherited the whole
house? I had questions
house?
about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Huh. So it looks like I'm on the right path. What happened if I'd gone right? I guess they both lead to the same place.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
I was actually thinking it's pretty loud out here. Like you can hear... Was that like bugs? Little crickets? A lot of bugs in these woods. Oh no, I'm getting lost. I looked around too much. I was going this way, right? So you inherited the whole house. That seems like a big responsibility for an 18-year-old. You guys played some basketball here?
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Yeah, that looks extremely unsafe. I mean, it does look cool, but I'm not sure I would want to live in there. There's a very loud frog in here. Oh, you can see all the missing posters. There's a lot of them. I cannot imagine a more horrific thing to happen to your family than like one of the kids to go missing. As soon as I go away, this frog starts croaking again. Where is it? But then when I get close, it stops. Classic frog behavior, right? Go about your frog business. What is that? Is that like a dragon head? What the hell? Did that fall from the house? Okay, how odd. So there's a truck here, a little van, a little basketball hoop. Yeah, not knowing where someone is.
The house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Was it maybe the poor architecture? Was it the safety hazard that made you uncomfortable? There's something like a series of unfortunate events about it, you know? It's lemony snickety.
Now, as a 17-year-old,
17,
I
okay.
knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Ooh. Of the house itself? Why is that? What happened in this damn house? I guess that's where we're about to find out. And I'm guessing that's what the key is for.
I hope the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Aw, man, can you imagine? Like, this whole time, you're convinced this has to be the key to the house, right? And then you make the trip, you finally get there, and it's not that. You're like, did I fucking come here for nothing? I mean, if the place is abandoned, you can always just, like, break a window, especially if you own the place. You know, just get in there.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Well, because it probably was. I guess we'll try and find some kind of side entrance. Let's go in the back. You can always break like... Oh, it's like a flat texture there. To give the illusion that there's stuff behind it. What about... I was gonna say garage door, but there's no actual door here. Maybe this door. Oh, it's the wind chimes. I was like, where is this music coming from? What about this? Whoa. Are you not gonna try to use the key? You're just going straight for the trapdoor?
Prowling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
I bet. Yeah, it seems a little tight for a 17-year-old, but we made it in. There's an old car in here. Is this back when cars had like wood, like wood textures on them? I do always love in these kinds of games to look at the environment and like look at all the fake products that they come up with, you know? Like in Firewatch, that was really fun to do. Here the textures are like a little bit, even though I'm on Ultra, the textures are a little bit blurry to be able to like actually see what the products are. Laundry detergent. Grain glow. Gary's potting mix plus fertilizer with Macromax. Nutrients for healthy plants. Marlowe Premium Plus lifetime guarantee. Water-based primer and sealer. A whole bunch of products. The place is well stocked. And some books. Let's see. The Pacific Pantry. Fish and Shellfish. Hel Ilden van de Jonge Werther. Probably said that wrong. The Northwest Chef. Raw fowl. Flour, salt, water, yeast. That's the name of the book? Tasting Thailand. A Viking's Belly. Witch's Kitchen. The Holiday Feast. The Pleasures of Japanese Cooking. Cosmic Cuisine. That's a good one. The Smoke in the Forest. A Pie for Piper. The Book of Mushrooms. Fanny Farmer Jr. Cookbook. Another copy of Flour, Salt, Water, Yeast. That book was so important, we had to get both editions. Tasting Thailand again. Also 2 editions of that one. Flavors of India. So a lot of cooking books. For the mom, maybe. As you can see, I tend to be very thorough. At least I try to. Little kiddie pool. Always hated those. Like whenever I'd go in one of these as a kid, it's like it's too small to really do anything. You're just kind of taking a bath outside. But I guess for very small children, it works. It's also much, much cheaper than an actual pool, of course. Does the light
had
work?
been turned off the night we left.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Why would there be power here? So all the light is just coming from these windows. There's like a lot of stuff you can interact with in the world, it seems, and not all of it is like shown to you. So I might miss a bunch of stuff. Hopefully not too much. I will try and be thorough. For the first time in years,
I felt like I was home.
Oh geez, this place is full of stuff. Did you guys not move all the stuff out? Like you just left all that stuff in here? Old yellowed microwave. Ugh. That looks like it barely works.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Edith, that's me. Eddie, Louis, Dawn. Dawn. From 68 to 2016. I guess that's the mother. And then her father might be Gus. I don't know, do you see both parents on the family tree, or is it just like one side of the family? I'm not sure. Who's Sanjay? Eddie and Louis. Louis is my brother. Who's Eddie? Eddie? Oh, there. 1917 to 2010, so that's like the grandmother. I wish I could take notes. Maybe I will. I'm a note taker, I don't care. In loving memory, Louis Finch, December 1988 to November 2010. Beloved brother to Edith, son of Dawn, great-grandson to Eddie. Memorial service, Finch Family Cemetery. You guys own a cemetery? Huh. And he looks really young, too. Although it does look like he's got a little goatee. He looks too young to have a goatee, though. That's weird. Weird recipes. I want to see what's in that one. Taming the Sea, A Fisherman's Guide. Mrs. Bell Bakery. You left a lot of stuff behind. What's that thing for? Never seen one of those.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Imperial Palace, Orcas Island. Ordered today. I've never really had like this kind of traditional Chinese, delivery food. That wasn't really a thing where I grew up. Like we did a couple of times maybe get Chinese when I was younger, but mostly you would just go there in person and then like they would give you like a few bags, but it never came in these little boxes.
Or how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Oh, you had a cat. Apple pie. That's like an actual recipe. Like I could use this to make an actual... Also, don't you hate how every family has that? These little recipes just written hastily on some kind of paper, and then they're always like all stained with grease and like just water and all kinds of... They always end up like yellowed and with all these stains. And then you have to transcribe them in like another book. My mom has like a pile of these. So we're just going to explore the house. I mean, it's a shame it's very dark, but thankfully we've got some light coming from outside. Look at all these books. Family love to read. Pastoralia, The Metamorphosis, In Awe, The Norse Myths, Swedish Folktales. They've got the fucking Necronomicon, dude. The Big Book of Homeschooling. Oh, were these kids homeschooled? Swan's Way. The Curse and the Wise Woman. Time and the Gods. 51 Tales. The Dreamer's Tales. The Book of Wonders. The Library of Babel. House of Leaves. The Book of Sand. A book about sand? Labyrinths. The Aleph. The Walrus and the Carpenter. Solitude and the Sublime. Homeschooling Essentials. Yeah, they were definitely homeschooled. Seeing Critically. The Norse Myths. East of the Sun and West of the Moon. The Weird. That's me, I'm the Weird. 51 Tales. A lot of books from Cove to Stove. That's a good name. Fanny Farmer Jr. Cookbook. A Good Table Made of Meat. The Pleasures of Japanese Cooking. Wok and Tempura. Secrets of the Stove. Gravity's Rainbow. Slaughterhouse-Five. Ugh. The King in Yellow. Infinite Jest. That's what you get with me. Infinite Jest. Okay, okay. Can't open the lights, of course. Ooh.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
You guys just did not clean up at all? Like you didn't pack your things and leave? You just left everything back here. A picture of boats and piers and ships. That might be me and my brother when we were younger. A window that gives into the garage. How strange. And just no cleaning at all. We still got these little Chinese cookies. Fortune cookies. This seems too modern to be in here.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Edie was the great-grandma.
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
That is kind of what it's like, huh?
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
That's a very apt description. A smile with too many teeth. Like there's so much stuff in here, so many books, like too many chairs, just too much stuff. Were they like hoarders? It's on the side of the sea. You can see there's a little statue overlooking the lake. This house would be worth a lot of money, like as shitty as it kind of looks from the outside. Is the TV just like on books? That doesn't seem safe. Big old log table.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house after it sank.
So there was oh, this house? It sank? It sank and you still built another house here? Or like was it in a different location? Dawn Finch living room. A lot of nice photos. These look like real photos. I wonder if they are. Huh, little Halloween pictures. Oh, we had a fan of bugs here. A crab. Nice rhinoceros beetle. Butterflies. Millipede. Centipede. Scorpions, even. Huh. What's that about? One of them was in the army? Or just a fan of soldiers? Oh, is that like an old wasp nest? Huh. Got some violins. A cello, maybe? Barbara. Oh, is that a music box?
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Great-Grandpa Sven. Sven? Oh, there he is. Wait, was he always here? Are these like showing up as I'm discovering the people? Or no, I think it was always here. So Sven was the great-grandpa. How come there's no date for him? And who's Barbara? Barbara must be the grandmother? I'm taking notes. I'm taking this seriously. I end up seeing this in almost every playthrough, but I hate music boxes. They're so creepy. Got more bugs. It's playing the same music from the main screen, the main menu. Barbara Finch. Huh. Look at all these people. I wish some of these pictures were not like so low res, so I could take a better look at them, but my textures are already on ultra, so... I guess the closest game to this one that I've played would be like Gone Home, which was quite similar to this. Oh, so you did start packing. I guess they started packing, but then they just gave up. Oh, there it is.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Well, did you ever get confirmation that he did die? Like, I should open this door just for the future, but I guess I can't. Look at all these letters. Dawn Finch. Who's Dawn? Dawn must be the mother, right? So Gus would be the father. Can't quite tell, the textures are too like blurry. November 2010, I guess that's when they left. So 7 years ago. Eddie, Don, Milton, Lewis, Edith. So I guess the dad did not live here. They lived here with their grandmother. Great-grandmother, in fact.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Ooh, the last night. Okay, something definitely happened in here. What is with this door? It's got like this, what do you call that? Like sealant thing all around it? That's strange.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
It's a library? I think there's like a staircase maybe going down. Strange. And you don't have the key to that. Well, the whole place is sealed, but there's got to be a way to get in there. Why would they have sealed it? To prevent like the mold and the humidity from getting in, I guess? Look, oh god damn. You guys really loved books. There's so many books in here. Got one of these little chairs that go up by itself. That must have been for Eddie. Damn, look at all these pictures too. So much decoration in here. Oh, is this what your key is for? Should we go down? Should we go up? Like, in what order should we visit this place? Let's try going down.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
So it's not the key to the basement. How suspicious. What's in the basement? Did she just say that so like you wouldn't get hurt touching something? Or like, is it that there's some dark secret hiding down there? Who knows? Look at all these pictures. Most of these have to be based on like real photos, right? Because they look too real. Barbara Finch. Huh.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
It was warfare in here. Look at all the words just slipping in there.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
Great Uncle
I think my
Walter.
mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
It's a cool room. Okay, so Walter is the great uncle. Wait, your great uncle is the brother of your grandfather or grandmother. I mean, they did a really cool paint job in here, that's for sure. It says Finches down there. I guess that's the house. Or maybe like that first house we saw in the picture. With like some big old whales. It's really bright here. It seemed really overcast outside, but now it's really bright as if the sun is shining.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
20,000 leagues under the sea. Could this open that? That's what it is? That's what the key she gave you is?
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
The hell?
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Ooh, okay. Did not expect that's what it would open. I feel like I should explore the rest of the house before going in there, right? So let's see. Pictures, pictures. I guess someone like diving and going underwater. Huh. Look at that. Molly. 1937, 1947. Okay. Wait, was she just 10-year-old? Who's Molly? Wow, only lived 10 years. So the sister of the grandmother. And they just sealed the room. But it looks like we're going to be heading in there through the wall. Strange. It's one of these, what do you call those? A seesaw. But it's painted. How strange. God, there's just so many books in here. You could open like a full library just with the books they own. They've got all these interesting rooms with like the room is painted, the door is painted, but they're all sealed. Sven Finch and Eddie. So Sven is the great grandpa, Eddie the great grandmother. So they live together in the same room. Huh. And then instead of giving the room to someone else, you just like seal the door. So no one wanted to like just move into the room that someone else had been in. So as soon as they moved out, they're like, okay, we're sealing this room. No one's gonna get in there again. And I guess maybe that's why they kept building more and more to the house, because like more people kept being born. Another sealed room. And this is for Calvin and Sam. Born in the same year. How can you be born the same year? Got planes. So this guy was really into, I guess, American, like Civil War or like World War. And this guy was really into space. Obviously the superior choice. My friend Bigfoot, Barbara Finch.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
So she's like famous. She was like an actress. Introducing Barbara Finch. Also starring Bill Bunton as Bigfoot. So she was like a child actress and then eventually she became like a director. Oh, and it keeps going up. God, these books. I didn't know you guys were gonna have so many books. And there's the Barbara room, but it's sealed also.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Huh. Yeah, you can see the Bigfoot there. And it says Barbara instead of like the Hollywood sign. Huh. You guys were really big on decoration, huh? I mean, it's really fun. It makes for a cool house, for sure.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Edie's father, Odin. Odin, he's like the oldest one in the line. So that's your great-great-grandfather. Okay. Wait. He was born in 1880 and died in 1937. So he was only 57. And you looked like this at 57? Alright. Of course, at the time, times were hard for a 57-year-old. Can you look through the other doors also? Oh, you can. I just missed it. What's in here?
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Edith Sr. So Edie, your great-grandmother, she's also called Edith? Edith? I don't know how to say that name. So instead they called her Edie so like you wouldn't confuse the two. Edith Sr. So you're actually Edith Jr. And she's the only one still alive. Everyone else is dead, except Milton, who might have just disappeared. He might still be alive. Everyone else is dead. Although we have a few names with no dates, so maybe these people are still... Well, I mean, probably not. Okay, then what's in here? Gregory.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Huh. Gregory. Gregory would be like a brother to your parents. Calvin and Sam.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Okay, so Sam is the grandpa. Calvin and Sam. Okay, so the two brothers. And they even like split the room in half. Like the left side is gonna be all space themed, and then the other half is American themed. Huh. I mean, it's really cool that they have all this decoration. It's also really interesting when she says, I just assumed every house did that. And like, I'm always fascinated by this concept of like, whatever you've gone through as a child is what you kind of think everyone is doing. And I'm always very, very like conscious about that whenever I read any piece of fiction or like watch a movie or like you play a game, and they always show people acting kind of like normally no matter what setting they are part of. But like if you grew up in this fantasy setting that has like some weird thing to it, like something that's not in our world, like I always notice it when people don't really act as if they've always known that was a thing. You know, it always sticks out at me, and to me that's a case of like bad writing or like just bad, you know. Because if truly you were born in this world and you had always had to deal with this fantasy element, it wouldn't be strange to you, like it wouldn't be alien because you'd be so used to it, like that's all you've ever known. So it's always something I really notice. I don't think I've looked into this one. Molly?
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
So Molly, that's the sister of Grandma, who died at 10. Ugh. That's pretty rough. Like dying at 10, that's not even old enough for you to really have your thing yet. So they were like, I don't know, she likes mice, I guess. She doesn't really have her thing yet. If you had a thing to theme your whole room about, what would it be? For me, it would be like, space is a good one. Maybe like Edwardian stuff. Maybe just ducks.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Okay, so I guess that's all we have access to for now. So let's go through that strange door that just goes into Molly's room.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Milton was here. He just loved drawing cats. And he's the kid that disappeared.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Your brother Milton who disappeared? Like, is he actually in here?
I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
I don't either. So now we're in Molly's room. Whoa. It looks so different when you don't see it through like the fisheye thing. It looked so deep and like super long, but then it's actually just like a normal room. So does that mean no one has been in here?
Molly's room through the peephole.
Yeah. It looked huge. I guess she really liked mice. There's still some like decades old mice poop in here. Huh.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Oh, that's a that's so adorable. I actually did that when I was a kid. Like, I did that once. I built like a tiny miniature room in one of my drawers. I think I was doing it because of like Cardcaptor Sakura, who had the same for her little like mascot thing. Molly. And I guess these are like fake leaves. Shark. Books. What do you call that? Inkakat? Pumpkin.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Yeah, it's like you've been wondering about it your whole life, and now finally you get to see it for real. Molly. Little jellyfish plushie. That's adorable. She's got like, what do you call that? I've known this word. It's... forget. One of these things on top. So there was like a trapdoor in her wardrobe. That's so weird. She's got like a little whistle. Or like an owl. How cool. Owl door. What's with the owl door? For like termites or ants? Orcas Island calves. There's a chest. You want to check that out? No? 1947. They really haven't touched anything this whole time. That's crazy. This place would smell so bad. Especially on the side of the lake like that. There's probably a lot of humidity. There'd be like bugs all over the place. She was like dissecting a starfish. Ugh. There's a map of the house. Right there. Huh. Microscope, looking at a butterfly. She's got like bugs there. That's so cool. They kept these kids busy, let me tell you. Molly.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here. Before my mom sealed the doors.
Oh, yeah. Daddy. Molly's daddy. Sven would be the dad, right? Sven, is that the fisherman? She imagined there were like monsters underwater. Who painted this, I wonder? Pacific Ocean depth chart. I guess because her father was like a fisherman, she was fascinated by underwater stuff. Look at this shit. Bathysphere, and then like showing... because they show the bathysphere that's like this big, and then you show the anglerfish. It's like the anglerfish is massive, you know? Is that a fucking Outer Wilds reference? Molly Finch.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Ooh, we're playing as little Molly in 1947. Wait, she knew she was gonna die? Was she sick? There's that same starfish, the way she left it. She still had a fish. I thought about
eating Christopher, but I held back.
Don't do it! Do not eat Christopher. Where is Christopher now, I wonder? Oh, she had her own little bathroom. She's very small.
I kept eating and eating.
Don't eat the toothpaste! Ew! You can have a very good breath, but that's not good for you.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Oh, that's why you died. Did you eat like these fucking plastic... Were these plastic? Let's hope they are real berries. But still, you shouldn't eat a bunch of stuff you don't know. That's dangerous. You have some snacks in your chest, no? Do not eat your gerbil either, please. What about candies in this little pumpkin jar?
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Oh no.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
There's a bird. Don't eat the bird. Wait, hang on, I want to check the gerbil.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
You ate that? Why? Is the door locked?
Mom,
Yep.
can I come out now?
Why did she...
It's late. Go to sleep.
Why did she lock you in here without food? Now you're eating like dry old gross carrots? Maybe I'll eat this
It was
bird.
a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
Don't do it, you're gonna fall and die.
And suddenly, I was a cat.
Oh, she's losing it. She is losing it, dude. Oh, oh. Oh. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Is that how it feels to be a cat?
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
It's like playing Stray in first person. Look at the misty lake. There's this light on the lake. I wonder what that's about. They've got like nice little fairy lights outside. Ugh. Is anyone in the living room? Doesn't seem like it. They didn't have a TV at the time, just a little Christmas tree. Yup. So does this girl just have magical powers or what? Is this Animorph?
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
That's the grandparents. Sven and Edie. Oh, from here. Yup. 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 I'm gonna get you. She's trying to protect her young. Don't do it. Don't kill her. I mean, cats gotta eat, right? Ugh.
The babies were all gone.
Then why did the bird go back to the nest? I'm gonna get ya. I'm gonna get ya. This bird is leading you into a trap.
I jumped and I almost got her.
Don't get so angry. What the hell is happening?
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Are you really trying to eat this bird? Who set all this stuff up here? Is there like a tree house? You know, she could just fly away if she wanted.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
We're so high now. If you fall, you're gonna die. This bird can just fly away. Don't do it.
I gobbled her up.
But you fell.
Suddenly, I was an owl.
Oh, okay.
First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Oh, there's no rules. We're just doing whatever. Something in the grass. Am I like actually controlling this? I guess I kind of am. Oh.
Rabbits.
Oh. Oh. Rabbits. Get it. Get it. Get the rabbit.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Really? Birds are so light that if they swallow really like a rabbit whole like that, they must feel so heavy afterward. I don't think they could like fly.
A mama rabbit.
Damn, you're insatiable. Get it, get it, get it. Damn.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Oh no, not a shark out in the woods. That's not good. Better roll all the way down to the water. Oh, I'm actually... What the... Okay, she's having like a fever dream. She's probably dying from some illness. And she's just hallucinating on her deathbed, is what I'm gonna assume. Just roll down there. Just rolling.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Oh, now we hungry. Now it's time to eat some fish. Get that fish. Oh no, it's not a fish.
Juicy seals.
It's a seal. Don't do it.
I tore off her flipper and it tasted really good.
Oh, you're kind of fucked up, aren't you? What a sadistic little girl. It's bleeding. Follow the trail of blood. Let the hunger take over. No, don't do it.
I grabbed on tight. And when I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
What am I? What am I? Am I like an octopus? Whoa.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Oh, I'm a straight up monster. Okay. I'm gonna get you. I'm actually gonna kill humans now. Sliding under everywhere. I thought maybe I was like an octopus.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Yeah, like a monster would, huh? And you're just gonna eat this guy? Ah! That actually scared me. You just ate someone. That's not right. Are you trying to find your dad deep down? That's what this is about, right? You want to find your dad out on the ocean?
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
You can go really far with this tentacle. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Everyone who's played Dishonored know this song. Let's get the captain. No one is safe from the monster.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry.
Damn, girl.
Across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Truly insatiable.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Up a pipe. I'm gonna cup up on someone's butthole in the bathroom. Ugh, people have had nightmares about this.
Closer.
What is it? It's back in your room. Don't eat your gerbil. Are you gonna eat yourself? What is it? You gonna eat yourself? You gonna eat your gerbil?
All of my stomach started growling.
Yeah, multiple of them.
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time.
Thank God for that.
I didn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
messed up. Thoughts, Edith? What do you think?
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Not sure if I believe all that. Oh, okay. Is that where we're going? We're like collecting memories from all these people? It's gonna be a much longer game than people were saying then. To be fair, I'm being very slow. Huh. Wait, I heard a cat. Is there still... Oh, there's a cat out there. Huh. Maybe this can lead us into other rooms. Oh, can I not go back inside? Well. And I can climb on these branches either.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories.
Oh.
Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Oh, okay. I guess we're trying to get inside all of these rooms. All these sealed rooms. So this would be...
I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma
Eddie's
Edie's room.
Yeah. She was painting. I guess maybe she owned this iguana, and then when it died, she like put a picture of it instead in the cage. Lurpy. From 52 to 63. Rob. From 80 to 90 something. Purpley. See, the same as the people, instead of just putting a new pet in the same cage, it's like once this pet is dead, we just get a new cage. Like, we don't want to touch this cage again. You guys have such a permanent mindset. It's like, nobody can move into this room now. This room is sealed forever. Purpley. And Perpy. And Zerpy. Wow, you had an actual owl. Only 3 years old. Derpy Jr. Okay, you had a lot of pets. You even had a snake. Bob. Bob and Rob. Burpy. Okay, not the most creative naming convention. What about this one? No name? No name for this one? Derpy. Huh. Shrine sketches. A lot of wool, so she loved to knit. Maybe the gloves I have were knitted by my grandma.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year.
See?
Just in time to replace the old ones.
And now the pair you have is the final pair. And she was a painter. Oh, she's the one that painted all these, like, logs. And who's this?
Louis died a week before we left. But Edie had already started to memorialize him.
She did all that in a week? Putting old paintbrushes in these damn red cups. Classic. There she is painting the room. Oh, she's the one that must have painted all these rooms, like, with all this decoration. Molly. Barbara. Calvin and Sam. Walter. All these handprints. Is that her? Or is that her as the baby? Lewis, Milton, Edith. That's me. 2004. They must have been traveling because, like, they've got all this Indian cuisine stuff and, like, Japanese cuisine. Like, they must have been traveling.
Like a museum.
Yeah. Sven Eddy. A lot of books. Again. Norwegian folktales. A little pills case. Yeah, she was older, so she must have been taking a lot of medication. What is that? Some kind of gas that she needed for something? I love that. There's like birds on the frame, but then like she painted the birds coming out of the frame. Origami? A little paper shark? Deepest sympathy. May warm memories help comfort you in your sad loss.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Yeah, that was the great-grandmother, too. It's not even the grandma. The great-grandma.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Oh, that's what it was. It was a slide, and he died from building the slide? Damn. That sucks. Like, what a needless death. Dragon kills Finch. Tragedy strikes Finch family. At pond. Celebration turns to mourning. Ah, that sucks. You even got like all these little gnomes, little dwarves. And plans for the house. So, Sven. So Odin built the house, but I guess Sven was the one who like kept working at it. And like adding to it. He's got his tools on the wall. A real builder. Built 1937. Sven Finch. Yeah, real builder. Mural sketches. Barbara concepts. Norske Folkebentir. On memory. The illusion of life. Tales from Beyond. Jungle Book. The Magic Carpenter. Bedbug. So many books. The Mysteries of Death and Thereafter. Looks like the book from Beetlejuice.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Edie won't go. 72-year-old woman refuses to evacuate because of a little forest fire. I guess the fire never did burn down the house, but that was pretty risky. Bunch of tapes. Sam Photo Award 69. Conspiracy Now. Edith Junior Lake Trip. Sam Medal Ceremony 63. Home Movies. Weird America. The Finches. Wow, they did like a whole, I guess, show about us or like an interview. My Friend Bigfoot. Edith Interview. Random Junk.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
But like she's talking to us in the future, right? This is after she's visited this house. The Pacific Probe, June 1991. Mole Man beneath the Finch house. What? Win a family day out at Druid World. Druid World? What the hell is that?
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Is that a real thing that happened? Or is that why your mom didn't want you to go in the basement? The Finches, a falling flock. The Ghost in the Attic. All these books are different. I've been kind of like skipping a lot of them because I assumed it was just the same books over and over again, but like they're actually different. 9 Lives, The Call of the Wild. That's a good book. I've read that actually. Monsters of the Deep. The Magic Mountain. A Short Walk in the... something. The Giant Squid and Other Monsters. Beast of Nature. I thought it said Breast of Nature. The Secret Lie. The Ghost in the Attic. Invisible Cities. In Water Black. The Soldier's Will. The Old Breed. Boxcar Billy. Huh. I wish I didn't have to like break my neck every time I want to read these. Let's take a look at the bathroom. Happy 90th birthday.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Grandpa Sam's first wife
It was a pretty
Kay.
big trace.
Okay, so Kay is the first wife of Grandpa Sam. What the hell is this floor? Like some kind of fuzzy carpet? That's so weird. Bunch of little ducks. Little, is that astronaut? All this stuff is still here. Her glasses, her makeup. You guys really left everything in here. Her medication. Can't open this door. Ugh, this floor would be like crawling with bugs, I feel. Ugh. Mount Rainier National Park. Wait, so this key opens multiple locks? There's a secret in this bathroom.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Oh. That's how you get even further. Wait, no, I don't want to go through. I still got stuff to look at in the other room.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Can I don't know in what order I should do these things. Let me look at the book, because I think the book maybe I was supposed to look at first.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
Oh, so we're in Norway? Real news.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
Ingeborg? Okay, Ingeborg is the wife of Odin. And then Johan is their son. Johan, Odin's son. What did they die from?
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Wait, he left with the whole house? How did he do that? In 37.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Off the coast of Washington. I mean, yeah, I don't think a house is meant to float on the ocean.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Orcas Island. Okay.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
Oh, that's why it's like a sunken house, and then he's on top of it. Interesting.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Which Sven built. Okay, so when they said Odin built the house, it was not this house. It was the previous house that he tried to bring it across the ocean on like a boat. And then Sven built this house. Huh. Interesting.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
There it is, Odin. Huh. So he drowned on the trip, like he died at sea, I guess? Alright. Now we can go through this strange door. There's a secret in the bathroom. Which leads where? Milton. Oh. So there's a little sink back here. Picture of I'm not sure who. Sorry if it's really dark. I can't really see that well either. Calvin Finch. Calvin being the brother of Sam. Calvin. And you like taking pictures. Murder probe clues exhausted? What murder? Couple turns land into a native haven. Haven? Early work on rail link. Okay. And then through here, Milton. Milton is the brother that disappeared. If you're a regular on this channel, you already know I'm really bad with names, which is why I've been taking notes, because I would not remember who anyone is otherwise. I'm someone that needs to take notes, otherwise I'm just lost. Ooh. Fort Calvin, Fort Sam. Sam and Calvin, the brothers. The grandfather brothers. Look at all these notches on the door. But Calvin died, I guess, pretty young, so only Sam grew older. This whole game is pretty much like environmental storytelling, which like this is a great way to show it, right? It's like, uh-oh, one of them kept growing, the other did not.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
Oh, it's a twin. That's why they were born the same year. I was like, how can they be born the exact same year? I mean, I guess you could if you have like, you give birth and then you get pregnant again right after, and then like, but you would have to be in a real hurry to have both kids in the same year. But they were twins. Let's open that.
And that he never talked about him.
Never talked about him because he died really young, right? To command center. Oh wow, this is some, damn, this is some serious business in here. This house is so cool, but like my first thought would be, imagine if this place burned down, like all that you would lose, like all this decoration, all these memories. That's why I'm kind of like, I don't know, I'm a bit resistant to like decorating my house a lot. I mean, I live in an apartment, so it's not a problem, but like if you store all your memories and like all this cool stuff in one single place, what happens if you burn down, you know? But that's me. I have anxiety. I'm paranoid. I always think about the worst outcome. Orcas Island Regional High School, Cobra Battalion, Bravo Company. Certificate of Achievement is presented to Samuel Finch for obtaining 120% department grade in the third quarter of the school year. U.S. Army something? What is this, like little high school army thing? That's fucked up. This guy loved robots. He loved space. Now that's a guy after my own heart. Ooh. Secret passage? Ooh. Bunch of secret passages in this house. Oh yeah, because they're not real books, they're just painted. No, thank you. Not headed that way yet. Let me check the rest of this place. Picture there, that must be their mother. This would be the coolest house to visit. Like, if this was a real place, you could totally just turn this place into like a tourist attraction and people would visit and like, it would be so cool. Explore the universe. The negative. The camera. The old breed. The soldier's will. The little prince. Mr. Martian. Some of these are actually like real books. Invisible Cities. The Hardy Boys. The Hardy Boys? Oh.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
He liked space more. Calvin. There it is. He died at only 11. He's got Mars there and like Uranus. Uranus. Oh, that's gonna be the memory for him. Calvin.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
He's got a cast. Taking a lot of pictures. Woo! Woo!
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Oh, jeez.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
This is making me dizzy. Oh.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready!
Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
What, to fly? Am I gonna like swing too far and then just fucking jump and kill myself? Is that what happened? You just swang too much on the family swing and that was it?
I told him going around was impossible.
But every kid has got to try it, right? We all wanted
Maybe
to try
if I
it.
hadn't said that.
Let's go! Oh, almost there.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here.
That's
But I
how he
doubt it.
died? That's crazy.
I think he'd already made up his mind.
He wanted to fly.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Yeah, we've all wanted to try that. Ooh. He fucking did it. It wouldn't actually work like that. Like the chain would bend.
And he did.
Yeah. Calvin. That's why he died at 11.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
We all did. I'm sure we all have tried that. You're in the schoolyard and you're like, I wonder how high I can go. But, you know, at some point you get a little scared. You're like, all right, I think that's enough. But you couldn't really go all around unless the bars are like straight. If it's a chain, it wouldn't work because as soon as you get a little too high, it's just going to like fall back down. Like, you're probably going to hurt yourself, but you can't really go all the way around. We've all thought about it. So Calvin died on the swing. Okay. A lot of death and tragedy in this house. Ugh.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Yeah. And it's such like, not a silly, but such a needless death too, right?
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
At 18, yeah, he was really obsessed with the army, it seems. And hunting, of course. That checks out. Captured the secret lives of war photographers. So he did like photography, but he also loved the army. United States Marine Corps Certificate of... I'm not sure what that says. A lot of old cameras, a lot of films. The death of traditional photography. Enlist, join the fight. How do you get brainwashed this young? I mean, I guess that's the best time to get, right? Fucking indoctrinating kids into the army. Oof. Odin Finch National Park. Oh, they named the national park after the ancestor. Calvin Finch. Yikes. That must have been really hard on the twin. For a twin, like your twin dying must be one of the worst things that can happen. Okay, that's where we came from. Let's go through this little passage with the creepy pumpkin at the end.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
And bellies? What about my belly? Is she pregnant? No, I'm only 17 at this point. Ugh. The head ripped off? Milton. Again with Milton. Is there gonna be like a twist that Milton is still alive and he's like hiding in the
Growing
house?
up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Oh, this is it. This is her room. Barbara. Wait, there was like another path. Okay, that leads back here. Okay, there's like a little shortcut. Like we're playing Dark Souls. Gotta open up the shortcut for later. So Barbara. And how old did Barbara get? She died at... Oh, she was young. She was only 16? Damn. I thought she became like a director. Seattle Ballet Company presents Swan Lake. Introducing Barbara Finch. Wow, she even had a little doll. A little action figure. My friend Bigfoot. With the mask and everything. They had merch. And they had merch, and this was back in like the 50s. A lot of stuff in here. Pretty small room though. I do seem to have like kind of a belly. Is she pregnant by any chance? Or does she just have a belly? Go, go. Penelope Diner? Seattle Starlets. Barbara. Was she like an actual waitress, or is this a costume from one of her movies? Oliver Twist, great poems of the 1800s. Into the Wild, Alice in Wonderland, Siddhartha, The Railway Children, Greek Tales, Shapeshifter, Free from School, The Hollywood Workout, Breaking In, Masters of Cinema. They reuse some books, but for the most part, each like person has different books in their room, like that matches their interest, their hobby. Popcorn still on the ground. Imagine the ants going through this stuff. Happy birthday. Wait, how come? Ew. This would be so moldy and gross by now. Are these like beer cans under her? Well, she was 16, I guess. Barbara.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
So she acted as a kid, but I guess it didn't really last until she got older, so she just kind of fell out of it. That would be kind of rough, but you know, she's still young. She's still got plenty of time to figure stuff out. Barb Street. Giant warehouse fire. Center of worst blizzard in her history. Rated jobs increased. Fashion pattern convention. Improv night. Strange Labyrinth, a film by Lady Gregory. Thespian Cafe. There really were not a lot of films made by women for a long time. It was a very, very male-dominated industry for decades and decades. It's only now that we're having more of them, and still not as many as male directors, but, you know, it's slowly changing, at least. Dreadful Stories, guest starring Barbara Finch. And that weird pumpkin-headed man, Old Jack.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
They wrote about her death? That's messed up. Ugh. Ugh. Old Jack here with another...
Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans.
BeastieCon
It was just the
1960.
boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting
Not exactly the
better.
same.
I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest
Don't say
fan
that.
and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Oh, jeez.
So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
Uh-oh.
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Okay, give it a rest,
My
dude.
dad likes making puzzles and secret passages.
Oh,
There's
that's
a
the
key
dad
hidden
doing
in the
that.
music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in
Ah.
a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
And what is this fucking Halloween shit? That's straight up Halloween. Isn't that fucking copyrighted? Oh, not the bloody handprint. Oh, I've got a weapon. Don't try me. I've got a weapon and I know how to use it. Sort of, maybe. That's so creepy.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
And then ate his family. Okay, I think this is somewhat of a dramatization for the comic book. At least I hope so. That's so scary. Some Five Nights at Freddy's shit. Oh, there's the seesaw. With the blood still on there. The killer is still in here. If you're in there, come out, or you're gonna taste of this.
Oh dear!
Wow. Seriously, dude?
Oh!
Rick?
That's what you fucking deserve.
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
That's not how it
I'm
works.
Not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Not how I would react to my little brother screaming. I would think there's like something urgent. What the? Oh, it's like a weird kind of chair hanging from the ceiling. Like a giant egg. I love this little filter on top of things to look kind of what do I hear? A radio? Okay, and it was Halloween too, so it makes it even more. Are you guys giving out apples for Halloween? That's not right. What is happening up here? This better not be a prank. Walter.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
And then she screamed. Ah, you're supposed to scream. Oh. Oh, she's actually fighting back. Let's go. Where's Walter? Was he able to escape? Right, the secret passage. Now we're in little Molly's room. Oh no, he's gonna hear you. Whack him! Oh! Oh! Are you saying you need to finish him off? Finish him! Maybe she also slipped on one of these and like just broke her neck. And he's gonna be gone. I knew it. He's in the chair. Not in the chair. She's being really calm about all this.
Dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Whack him. Whack him all.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true.
That's not right. Like, she almost killed that guy.
What kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life.
She doesn't look too alarmed.
Myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police
nice one.
All on poor Rick, who disappeared
of course.
the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed
the whole time.
He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Ew.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Didn't end on a great note, but pretty cool overall. Ew. Huh.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
But so, how'd she die? How did she actually die? It wasn't like that, that's for sure. Huh. Was she actually killed by like someone walking in? Like this comic book had to have been made posthumously? But then how did she actually die? Okay, so well, this teaches me that there's a way to get into the basement, I suppose.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Or going to the basement. Is it me or has it gotten darker here?
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Maybe it would be better if we don't go to the basement. Maybe we won't like what we find in there. Maybe this key thing is not even true. Oh, it is true. God knows what we'll find in there. Looks like a pretty normal basement so far. Old pool table. An old stroller. Every fucking basement looks like this. It's always unfinished. Like, why do we never finish basements? There's always like an old sink like this. And that's always where the washing machine is. Sven. There's the seesaw. So he built that dragon slide and
the basement
died
was
in
off
there.
limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Because there's like too many tools and saws down here, I guess. So he's the one that was making like these kind of bark slates that that Edie would then paint. They made a nice team together. Here he was working on like a prototype for the slide, I guess. Sven. All these tools. There's the aforementioned seesaw on which he cut himself.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Packages?
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Wait, what is this? It's so dark. Is this like a whoa. I thought it was like a nuclear shelter or something, but there's like
I remember asking
tunnels.
Mom once about where Walter had gone.
The great uncle.
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
It is a nuclear shelter. Alvin cereal, extra crispy. Pea soup. Tasty beans.
If there's a pattern in all these stories,
Jiggly Farms, Concord grape jelly. Peanut butter. Just a lot of jars of peanut butters. I don't think peanut butter really keeps that long. A bunch of propane, some water. That's the most important part. Sweetie Crisps. A sweet way to start the morning. Just so great. Snacker Stackers. Chocolate malt pudding.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
It is so dark in here. Shaving cream. What if this is where fucking Milton disappeared to? Walter. He was building like little model trains. I guess you need some way to spend the time. Greetings from beautiful Spain. Hola from Mexico. Hello from China. Bonjour de France. Greetings from India. Greetings from Thailand. Hello from Russia. Brazil. There he is, Walter. Died pretty recently, 2005. That's the great uncle. So that's the brother of Sven, I assume. And like this fake window, as if you can look outside, but you're really just like deep underground. Ugh. That's kind of unsettling to think about. Homemade weaponry. Food of the world. I guess he's the one that traveled a lot, right? Or at least that wanted to travel, or like pretended that he traveled. Was he really down here just counting down the days all the way to 2005? But like, wouldn't his body still be here? I guess they did find him eventually.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
You spent 30 years down here?
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
Why were you hiding down here?
But after a few days, I settled into a routine.
Just eating your canned peaches?
Having a schedule, living for today.
Just gonna eat that whole?
To be dead tomorrow.
At least you've got a radio.
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Like once you've gotten through these spices, you're gonna... Oh, I guess the date change on the left. Just another day, just another
Even
can of peaches.
On the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Why were you hiding down here? Hiding from what? Down the hatch!
And then one day, everything just stopped.
God, stop eating your damn peaches.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting.
What thing?
Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
What were you scared of? A monster? You can tell he's getting older. He's got more like spots on his hands. I don't think he would be very healthy from just eating peaches all the time.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
What the hell are you doing down here? What are you hiding from? And this is such a small, like, space, too. Ugh. It's fucking nightmarish to think about being stuck down here. There's another trap? While I still can. Ugh. It goes even deeper. What was he so... Wait, this is Walter? Who died in 2005, so he's been here since 1975? What were you so scared of? Like, there's only so many little model kits you can do. Only so many peaches you can eat. Evil unleashed. The Finch curse. Was he scared of the curse? I guess they have all died like pretty young. I mean, if you have a big family, it comes hand in hand with like having a lot of death in the family just because there's a lot of people. But even though, yeah, like Barbara died pretty young, and so did Molly, and so did Calvin. So I guess a lot of them did die young, but some of them died also pretty old. So Red tomato ketchup. Big jars of ketchup. But to eat with what? Like you have nothing to eat. Ugh.
I know it's out there, somewhere.
What a nightmare. What are you running away from?
Whatever killed Barbara.
Wait, he's scared of what killed Barbara, but we don't know what killed her. Does he think it was some monster?
Molly.
And Molly? Okay, you're just scared of, like, death. You're just scared of the Grim Reaper, basically. And you think it's coming for you, too. And Calvin.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me.
Yeah, you do. Just face it. Just go out there. So he was just so scared of dying like the rest of his family that he locked himself down there.
I want you to know, I'm ready for it.
Well, if you keep walking on these train tracks...
All of it, especially the food.
I bet. I never want to see Peaches ever again.
Or a month. Or a
Or
single
day.
week. I'd be happy with one new day.
Just stop walking on the train tracks if you want to live.
Imagine the sun on my face.
Wow. I guess he was right to be scared of the outside world, because the moment he stepped out, he was fucking killed by a train.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Yeah, that's crazy. Eating his peaches. You could have just not stepped on the train tracks. Also, I think you would have heard it coming from a really long distance. So that's a bit on you. Oh shit, maybe there really is a curse. What am I hearing? Like a radio? Just turn that shit off.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Probably, yeah.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
More books. The books never end. I don't think these lights would still be working after all this time, but, you know, whatever.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house...
What else did she not tell me about?
I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Yeah. So this is all true. It really happened. That's crazy.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
With your own kid that you're pregnant with right now? Is that what you're saying? Look at this, like, 30-year-old peanut butter. Yum. I guess that's where he tossed all his trash. What about, like, bathroom stuff? Where was he pooping? Where was he pooping?
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Ugh.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2. I thought it was
talking about
time
your
I
brother.
heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Yeah. This is Dragon all over again. It's like... It's this kind of self-fulfilling prophecy, right? If you believe that there's something bad coming for you so much, then you end up kind of making it happen. Walter. He loved trains. Oh, there's a town on the other side. How nice. Ooh, don't jump off. What's over there? Is that where the house sank? Maybe? They said it sank on the shore of Washington. Maybe that's the old house.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Why is there chairs in the tree? I think she's writing to like her future children.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
But you don't want to repeat the same mistakes of your mom who like hid all this stuff from you, right?
But I thought you should know about your family.
Okay, she's definitely talking to like her future child.
And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Am I going in the water? Are we going back in the house? There's a lot of people. I haven't found everyone yet. I'm still missing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know if I'm supposed to find like everyone. But what we're playing right now is a flashback from when she was younger, right? I think the current Edith
I think the
is
people in
older.
these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
If only you'd brought a flashlight, Edith. I can't see shit. It's really dark. Good thing we've got these motion detector lights all over the place. And that they still work somehow. What about what's all up there? Like all up in these rooms? That's what I'm curious about.
The house had that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness. Any of it seems possible.
I mean, just from my shadow, I look pretty thin. So if she has a belly, she's definitely pregnant. But pregnant at 17? Ugh. That's rough.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
It would be pretty spooky being all alone here in these woods, like at night.
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Good point.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but
You've been thinking about your own death for a long time, I
the
bet.
pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Oh, not the pet cemetery. Christopher, the fish, Shadow. I actually had a cat called Shadow. Rest in peace to my cat Shadow, who died in 2014. Oliver the rabbit. Shatsy, who was something.
3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
That's rough. Bob the dog. 4 years? That's so young. For a dog? Ugh. Lucy. Derpy Jr., Derpy. Daisy. Charlie, Tucker, Burpy, Chirpy, Coco, Herpy, Zoe, Lurpy, Zerpy. You really went through like every letter. Huh. Bailey.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
You guys were like obsessed with death, it seems. Molly Finch. Died at age 10. It doesn't say what she died from, but she seemed to know she was gonna die, so I'm guessing she was sick. Must have been like an illness. Calvin, who just went flying and then just died from the fall, I guess, at 11. Sven, who died in the dragon slide. Edith Finch. Don't know how she died, but she loved books. What about all these letters? Is that spelling something? Hub, knit, Fidek. Hubnit Fidek. Walter Finch. Walter was killed by the train, and Barbara was killed by a bunch of monsters on Halloween. How did she really die?
I'm sure
I don't know.
Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Little rooftop shaped monument.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
It's hard to move on when it's like right there and you can see it at all times.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
I mean, it would be a very nice place otherwise. You know, you get this nice view, this nice lake. You can see towns across the water. You get a great view of the moon here. Damn. So what now? I'm just going back,
Edie's
I guess.
side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Gus Finch. Gus is the brother. Gus, Sam, and Gregory. Weird that Sam was not buried with Calvin, his brother, his twin. I guess because they died at like 2 different times. Sam, the soldier, that's why he's got the flag. Gus and Gregory. Milton Finch. Sanjay Kumar?
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Sanjay. Must have been the husband of one of them. Lewis Finch.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
I hope I'm not supposed to have found everything at this point, because there's still a lot of them I haven't found. Because if so, I'm gonna have to like restart.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
I knew it. She's pregnant. That's really risky. You're going to end up like so many like so many of your family. 22 weeks? That's like more than, what, 6 months? Like 6 months pregnant?
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Grandpa Sam. Man, are you really pregnant at 17? That's horrible.
They were both pretty intense.
Huh. Ugh. Hunters and stuffed animals. Ugh. Sam. In the U.S. Marines. Looks like he didn't die too young, at least. Was that when he was younger?
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Yeah, he was the one shooting a bunch of photos, but he didn't like photos taken of him. That's weird. You get some medals, even. But like, was he a soldier or was he just like a war photographer? Even had a gun with his own name on it. How gruesome. Lorien Smalls, Killbore. Ugh. Not yet. Let me look around some more. He's got his bed here. Nothing too crazy
Instead
on the
of hiding from
decoration.
death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Like, it's one thing to be in the army, but it looks like he was really proud of it, really into it too. He's got all these pictures. Like, are they of him? Are they of people he knew? I wonder. Airline ticket. Ray Finch. Oh, Kay. Wait, who's Kay? Kay. Might have been a girlfriend, a wife to Sam. Kay Finch. Oh, right. If she's Finch, then she had to be a wife to take the name. Her sealed room. What's your story, Sam? He's got his ring still there. Use this envelope to order reprints and enlargements. Of course, there are photos. His wife was like, "Are you still taking pictures? I'm trying to sleep."
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Sam, that's the grandfather. That's the one twin that didn't die, and then he must have been the father for Dawn, who's the mother.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Blech. No, thank you. I'm so glad my dad was not into hunting, because I would have never gone with him. Snackers, stackers, chocolate pudding. Brought your little gun, of course, to kill defenseless animals.
What?
Oh, look, it's an actual person.
Perfect.
Is it perfect? She's not even
It's
looking.
gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it?
Odin Finch
We'll never
National
forget this
Park.
weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
This
I'm
is
gonna
cool,
take
though.
some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
It's a cool way to show, like, I love all these different memories, kind of use a different gameplay mechanic. I mean, it's very simple, but it's really cool.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Oh, she's the one taking the picture this time. He's pissed. Beautiful bird.
Aw. You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Like, if you want to shoot animals, just shoot them with a camera instead of with a gun. That's what I say.
Nothing quite like being outside.
You're still
Hold still while I
peeing?
take a picture of you.
I definitely won't be moving.
Are you done yet?
Does it sound like I'm done?
You've been peeing for like a
Little more
minute.
gas in the tank, I guess.
We might need to take you to a doctor.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who... Dad!
Good eyes, Don.
They were like talking. Did I interrupt things?
Before you take the shot,
Oh.
let me get a picture of you.
Okay, so I thought he was the one I needed to take a picture of to progress, but I guess you can just take a picture of anything.
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything.
Alright, good, then don't do it.
You'll need to be strong. Now keep yourself squared up, elbows down, like we practiced. Whenever you're ready.
You don't need to do this. You can just, you know, go to the grocery, buy some vegetables, make some soup.
Great shot, Dawn.
Wow, and you took a picture of the fucking bullet. And now she's crying. Good job, Dad.
I'm proud of you, Dawn.
Oh.
Always remember that, okay?
That's like the worst day of her fucking life, dude. Oh, it's on a timer.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about
Dad!
Oh! Oh, is that how he fucking died? I mean, I don't want to say you deserve it, but... That's rough, buddy.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Oh, Sam. That's what you get for trying to get your daughter into hunting. For not making sure the animal's dead. Oh, man. Like, so... Oh, that's the picture. Oh, so, like, the camera on the timer took a picture of him falling off the cliff. That's like tragic and hilarious at the same time. Oh no. And there's Dawn. That's my mom, huh? That was certainly a hunting trip to remember. Like, she's never gonna forget that for her whole life, that's for sure. How did she make it back? Like, she would need to drive the car back to civilization and like, ugh. And then bring back people to get the body. Oh, jeez. Like, I sound mean. Like, he was just trying to have a nice moment with his daughter. You know, it's admirable, but it's just... So many of these deaths could have been so easily avoided, but I guess that's just how life is. And this family is just very unlucky, so... You can see how they would believe in a curse, because, like, all these just unfortunate events. Just like I said at the beginning. A series of them, if you will. Meal ready to eat. Now we're going into like the weird part of the house that maybe isn't
After
built
Sam
all
died,
that solid.
My mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Yeah. Well, I guess everybody's gotta die sometime. Gregory. Ugh. What's with the screaming baby there? That's so scary. Ah. Gregory, 19... Died at 1 year old? Oh man, that's so rough. Yeah, 1 year old. A brother of Dawn? I guess I've never really read a family tree, so I wasn't sure how you're supposed to look at it, but I guess on one line it's all siblings. And then it just goes up to the next sibling. So it doesn't show the dad and the mom, just siblings. And then I guess the leaves are the spouses. But no, because Walter is the brother of Eddie, right? He's the great uncle and she's the great grandma. So Walter is the brother of Eddie. So Kay Carlisle, Sam Finch. Oh, okay. So it was the wife, but she divorced him. In the circuit... Whoa, wait, I'm not done. Yeah, it said Sam's first wife, so he had more after that. In the circuit court of the 5th Judicial Circuit in and for Orcas Island, Washington. In the marriage of Kay Carlisle and Sam Finch. It's a divorce contract. If you do not file your response on time, you may lose the case and your wages, money, and property may be taken thereafter without further warning from the court.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Oh, she divorced him after the kid died.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
How many games have you played as a baby? Gregory. Oh,
Time's over, Gregory. It's time to.
there's
Hold on,
Kay.
sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Okay, I guess the divorce before he died. Ooh, I'm the frog. The parents arguing in the background. I feel so bad for these children that hear their parents like arguing in the background. Bring in the whale, let's go! Get the whale in here! Woo! Yay! I wonder if this is how babies see the world. Boing. Woo! Oh, I hope he didn't drown in the bath. Oh no, I hope he didn't drown in the bath while like she wasn't looking at him. That would be the worst. I mean, no matter how this baby died, it would be horrible because babies shouldn't die, but boing. Oh, they're arguing.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it.
Oh, did he drink the
Well,
fucking
I don't
soap?
want Gregory to hear this.
What happened? Oh no. It's something to do with the bath. He died in the bath.
She could have told us.
You would never forgive yourself for this. Like the mom, imagine how she must feel. Like she wasn't looking at him. She stopped watching over him. You never leave your baby alone in the bath, even for like a minute. It was a little bit her fault. Like she should have been watching over him, but you just can't. I don't think he's happy.
Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Damn, that's so rough. I mean, there's no good way to lose a baby, but that's... Ugh. Baby Gregory with his big mouth. Dying in the bath. Ugh. And it looks like they were divorcing before it even happened, because they were arguing. Ugh. Gregory. Teamwork. Respect. Strength. Dawn and Gus.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who died at 13. Damn. Really unhappy family.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Never hit us kids before the day my brother said that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding on it. And then he was hit by the dad.
My father made him come,
you can
of
see the little
course,
bracelet.
but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Why was he so angry? Just regular teenage angst, or?
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I remember.
Oh, that's what it is. Oh, there's a wedding happening down there. And he didn't want it. You don't want a stepmom. You can understand that. So Gus and Gregory were the brothers of the mom. So Edith is the daughter of Dawn, who was the daughter of Sam, who was the son of Eddie, who was the daughter of Odin? Okay. And Gus didn't want Sam to remarry, right? Sam, because he was with Kay, then he got divorced from Kay after Gregory, and then got married to someone else. Sanjay? I thought Sanjay was a male name. Is he what, gonna get hit by lightning or something? Oh no, the thing fell.
When
Is
the
that
time
what
for
happened?
photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Oh. Fuck you, Dad. That's not gonna go well. Giving the middle finger to your dad on his wedding
Wind
day?
picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Oh, there was a storm. The totem fell on him, didn't it? Is that what happened? Just wreck all
Rain
this
came
shit.
down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Crudely. Oh no, I am the storm that is approaching.
Full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, make the music louder.
I don't know, Dad, I think maybe we should have this wedding inside. Like, this doesn't really seem like wedding weather. Don't fly a kite when there's a storm. You didn't get hit by
I wish
lightning?
that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
I guess he got hit by lightning and he was flying the kite, so that's how he died. Oh, man.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Like a gust of wind. Damn. Gus. Oh, climbing wall here.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
If you guys weren't so
At the time,
obsessed...
it was as far away as she could get.
If you guys weren't so obsessed with just sealing rooms instead of moving in them, you wouldn't need to build more and more to the house. You could just move into the other rooms. But you're like so... I think it's because you guys are so obsessed with the past. Like, you don't move on. Like, you keep it down there under lock and key, away from everyone's eyes. And it's like the death just haunts this house. Raise flag, 7:30, breakfast, quiet time, duties, dawn, sweep, trash. Oh, he was like teaching his kids like it was the army, giving them duties, routine. Dawn has to sweep and do the trash. Gus has to mop and mow the yard. Greg, be a baby. That's the best duty of all. Routine, jump rope 100 times, jumping jacks 150 times, push-ups 100 times, crunches 100 times. Run to the mailbox and back. And this is another sealed room. House rules. No playing outside without permission. No answering door to strangers. No messes after dark. You can make a mess in the day though. All chores before dark. Respect others. And they had an emergency evacuation plan. When your house is so complex that you need an evacuation plan. You can see Dawn moved out. Like, she's the only one that made it out of this damn room. The other ones died. Ready, set, die. You gonna climb this while 22 weeks pregnant? What if you fall? Taking unnecessary risks. Holy Bible. Uh-oh. Who became a Jesus fan? And it's gonna keep going up there. Huh. Everyone's had these same little journals. 1987. Copy passport for volunteer center. Meet with relief rep. After school teaching. Pack. Fly to India. That's why there's a Sanjay. It is a male name. So he's Don's husband and potentially Edith's father. 10 ways to teach critical thinking for the homeschool student and teacher. And I guess Edith was homeschooled. Religion, science, math, history. Relieve, provide, sustain. I guess she was like a humanitarian. Don and Sanjay. There it is. Huh. At a computer, college application deadlines. It would be kind of crazy if like you could still visit your parents' room the same way they left it when they left the house. It still had all their books, all their journals. Like, it would be really interesting to see, like, even your grandparents' room. You get like this real glimpse into their actual lives. Yeah, she was like doing humanitarian work.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a
Good.
lot after her dad died.
Well, whatever gets you through the day. Like, after living something as traumatic as she did, seeing your dad fall off a cliff. And then, like, this deer is dying in your arms, too. Pretty traumatic. She was like, I'm gonna get as far away from here as possible. I'm just gonna move to India.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Sanjay is the dad. Daddy Sanjay. You can understand her wanting to get as far away from this house as possible, right? It reeks of death. Oh.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was
Wow.
born a year later.
That's pretty impressive. She was teaching a week after graduation? The way this thing just keeps going up and up, it really cannot be safe up here. Alright, let's
When my
just...
dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go.
Everyone dying, even the dad. Like, how old was the dad? Dawn.
I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
So Edie never left. She was still in the house, and that's why she came back here.
And to see kids in the house again.
Yeah. Edith. Milton. Oh, this is like, this looks like the cover art for the game. I guess the cover art is supposed to be the house. Mint, thyme, sage, basil, Lewis. I feel like there has to be some kind of twist that Milton, the brother, is still alive. Like, he disappeared, but then we're gonna find him, maybe? Hopefully. This looks very lovely, though. I love... Fairy lights like this might be my favorite thing in the fucking world. Like, I love the aesthetic of just lights like this. I wish my whole apartment had this in every room. I might get tired of it at this point, but I just love how this looks.
Bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Who built all this? Did Edie work on that? 'Cause like someone had to build like this, just keep building more and more on top of this house. I mean, I knew she was with a carpenter, but
things were good. Almost normal.
this is where you were homeschooled, isn't it? Multiplication tables. Analyze objectively. Never stop learning. Assume nothing. Respect criticism. Ask tough questions. Awesome. Great job. Fact or fiction? Our family history. That's the question, isn't it? All these books. Adult cage. Reading is a hoot. Imagine refusing to just move anything downstairs and like just clear out some of these old rooms. It's like, nope, they have to stay sealed. Once you die, you get to keep your room forever, and we're just gonna keep building more and more on top of the house in a very unsafe way. So Edith, Lewis, and Milton were all homeschooled here. Barbara, Gus, Sven. Fact or fiction? Lewis rules.
But it didn't last.
Yeah. Mrs. Finch. I think it's admirable wanting to homeschool your kids. I don't think it's like the best course of action though, because kids need the sociable aspect. You know, they need to be among a lot of people. That's kind of how you learn your social skills. Odin Finch. Myth? The Curse. By Edith Finch. I did that. History. Classification of living things. A taxonomist is a biologist who specializes in classification. Plant, animal, fungus, protist. Monoran. Never heard these words. Kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species, variety. To teach and to learn. 7 ways to create a fulfilling classroom. By Dawn Finch. Huh. Look at that. I guess that's me, the baby there, that's me. Oh, look at that, he's got a red hat. These have really changed their meaning in recent years, haven't they? You can't really wear a red cap like that anymore. Well, I mean you can, but... Anyways, scientific method, observation, question, research, hypothesis, experiment, data, conclusion, relief efforts, and a disaster. Uh-oh. I think that's what happened to the dad. They've really managed to like stuff so much information and storytelling in these small rooms and places. It's very dense with information if you look around. I'm sure I've missed some stuff. See, there's even stuff up there. It's just a shame that the textures are kind of like, even on Ultra, they're not all that crisp. I mean, the stuff you need to see, you can see, but some stuff is very blurry. Like I can't read this page here. Can't really look at these either. traveling to the... I don't know. It didn't last.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Milton is the brother that vanished. Oh god, it just keeps going. This looks extremely unsafe. Like, I would never go up there. Then again, I guess if it's been standing this whole time, it's probably gonna keep standing, but still. Milton. He's got his own sealed room.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
That's the Unfinished Swan. Right? These might be the same people who did the Unfinished Swan. I don't think I'm going to be able to get into this room though. Oh, maybe through the window. Ugh, we're so high right now. They have a really storied history, this family. Who got this 17-year-old girl pregnant? What the fuck is up with that? Oh yeah, this is definitely Unfinished Swan stuff. I kind of remember it. Milton. Yeah, they didn't write the date of his death because they don't know if he's dead. Extra, extra! American newspaper. Historic American newspapers now available. I love the Unfinished Swan. It's a great game. Milton.
Milton Finch in
The Magic Paintbrush. Oh. You have to like flip it. Huh? Achoo! Oh, wow, fucking animation inception. And then he vanished. Huh. You assume he got kidnapped or something, but maybe he just left.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
So he just... that doesn't mean he's dead. Like, he totally could still be alive somewhere, but... if he was really young, I mean, he was 11? Yeah, that's a little... unlikely, but who knows? You think someone would have found the body at some point? Ah, that's gotta be the worst. Like, having someone in your family just disappear, and you don't know what happened to them, I can't imagine anything worse. Because, like, you just never know. You never get confirmation.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
She's like, alright, we need to move on. Like, we're done.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Man. You need to kind of declare them dead at some point just so you can move on with your life, you know? Imagine if he's still alive and the mom died, like she will never know. She died
Mom
before knowing
definitely
what happened to
blamed
him.
Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
I don't think anyone's
After
ready
he
to
graduated,
blame.
he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Lewis.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
Oh, it is pretty funky in there, huh? He died at 22. That's also really young. Oh, that doesn't go further up. And I really don't think you should be climbing it there. Look at that. That's gonna fall off like very soon, especially with your weight on it. You should not be coming up here. I mean, I guess if she's writing this from the future, she survived, but very, very careless. Ooh, he's got like black light in here.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Oh, I see what you mean. Legalize. Yeah, we're getting in modern day, so he's got consoles. High school diploma. Orcas Island Regional High School. Lewis Finch. But then what happened to him? He's got VHS, a console. It's like bootleg PlayStation.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them.
Really?
He died a lot.
Don't say that. Don't mention him dying a lot. The Red King's Dream. Oh, that's all the games. Okay, no, there must be movies. Oliver Twist. Through the Looking Glass, Wuthering Heights, Trust Me, Oliver Twist. A lot of duplicates. Like if you just sold all the duplicate books in this house, you could get rid of like a third or a half of them, but you know, of course. Conspiracy. Recital. Sam and Kay's wedding in 68. Even got a computer. Lewis Finch, locker contents. Don Finch. Greater Seattle Institute of Psychology. Yeah, he was just smoking a whole lot of weed, it seems.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Did he commit suicide?
He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
I'm trying to like grab it. Can I grab it?
wander.
Oh, I'm walking. Okay. His mind began to wander. Like in a video game. Games kill people. His mind was wandering, and then eventually he put his arm through the blade and like
I asked him to
died.
describe it.
He was
He said
stuck
he
in a
started
maze.
small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats.
Yeah, I can't imagine doing like such a monotonous job. I would go crazy.
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head.
This game is so clever.
But he took it very seriously.
Ah, shit. They're piling up. Keep working.
I had hoped he'd find himself.
I'm multitasking.
But he found something more.
Oh, now we're in 3D. Let's
I worried
go.
about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss.
Eventually he's going to
He said
shove
Lewis
his
had
arm in
become a
there.
model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
Because in his mind, he was like
Like a whole
imagining
new Lewis.
these other scenarios, trying to escape
So I let him go on.
the monotony of his job.
I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first.
You see how it's taking more and more on the screen. Eventually, he won't see the blade anymore.
He told
And you
me
have to
he'd
stay
made a new
focused
friend.
with this kind of job.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something.
I'm just waiting for this arm to go a little too far.
Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery.
Nothing wrong with
But
imagination.
his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him
The blade.
that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination,
Yeah.
so he could do whatever he wished.
Is that really someone's job, just chopping off fish head? It sounds like the most boring job in the world.
He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Yay! Hail Lewis, the new mayor.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
Yay, new Louisville.
St. Louis.
St. Louis.
He started drifting away from our reality.
Are you saying he got like lost in his own mind?
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even
What do
as
you
his
mean?
mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
He was just lost. He lost his mind? Is that what you're saying? He was just like lost like this, like
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
beautiful prince.
beautiful prince.
That's like my first choice in the game.
The prince was on his own quest for
Sinister serpents.
sinister serpents.
I keep forgetting he would be like half Indian because of his father.
He followed the sound of his
Electric sitar. Silver harp.
silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Where is this going? You can't even see the blade
The
anymore.
world was all in his imagination.
He's definitely gonna cut his fucking hand. I can see myself.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Yeah.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Sure. Oh. I assume he had some kind of work accident at the cannery, right? Oh, that's mine. It's got some kind of like bootleg Nintendo Switch Imperial Palace. Ooh. It's like black light poster.
He began to forget the world we know.
Oh no, don't tell me he just like jumped in there.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Uh-oh. I really feel for people who work in like slaughterhouses and places like that, because it's like very monotonous work. It's really hard on your mental well-being. Like my half-brother worked in one of these for like 20 years, and it really did a number on him. And like I even worked in one for like a few months when I was way younger, like as like a summer job, and it fucking traumatized me for life. Like I will never forget the shit I saw and heard in that slaughterhouse. Like it's a nightmare. And like this is a job that has to exist. Like someone's got to do it, just because, you know, people gotta eat, and this work will not do itself. But it's a horrible work environment. It really is. So he should have just left though. Like just leave before it gets this bad, you know?
Despise the man with a royal contempt.
And look at this visual, like just the mountain. These mountains of fish and meat, and just... Obviously it wouldn't look like that. At least I hope not. But in his mind, that's how it looked. He's just doing the same monotonous work over and over and over and over again. For like 40 hours a week. It's just mind-numbing, you know?
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
I just know this scene will get interrupted by like his arm getting chopped off, and he's just gonna like die from blood loss.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting him.
Oh, look, it's the cat. Molly. What's gonna happen?
His prince waited, holding his crown.
There's fish on the walls.
There was only one thing left to do.
There you go. He's gonna get crowned. Gonna get crowned by his beautiful prince. Look at this wonderful palace. It's like this Joyce. Oh, there it is. The fucking guillotine. Oh no. Oh no! Don't tell me he put his head through the thing. It's such a great visual representation, but like, is this joyful music and you're just walking up and you just know what's at the top of this thing. You know what's about to happen. It's like, don't do it, dude. Don't do it, Lewis.
Bend down his head.
Don't do it.
I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
The fact it got this bad and like you guys didn't see it coming, you couldn't stop it, you couldn't like counsel him. He just felt too alone.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Yikes. Yikes. That's so bad. I mean, one of them had to die of suicide, right? Of course. It was kind of inevitable. Oh, look, it's the prince. Was that there before? He did have some medication, but the fucking cannery, man. Oof. Theodore's Quality Cigars. Strange that we would be missing Dawn and Eddie at this point. Like, they wouldn't be at the top of
On
the...
my way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing.
She was like, all right, that's enough. We're done with this fucking house. Like,
she waited
this
until
is
the
too
day
much.
before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
Oh. We're so high right now. And this would be what, my room?
I wish we'd stayed.
All these missing posters.
But I understand why we left.
Yeah, I do too. Dawn Finch kitchen. But Dawn, she also died in 2016, so like it just happened for Edith. Edith, mom. Like, you're just surrounded by nothing but that. Is just you. Your husband died. Your two sons died. One of them died. One of them disappeared. All you have left is your daughter. And you must be like, if we don't leave this fucking house, my daughter is gonna be taken too.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
She started packing, but then she like gave up on it. She was like, you know what? Just fuck this. Fuck all this stuff. Disaster relief, Sanjay Kumar, evac specialist. And she wrote a book even. Orcus Publishing. Oh God, you have called your servants to ventures of which we cannot see the ending, by paths as yet untrodden, through perils unknown. Give us faith to go out with good courage, not knowing where we go, but only that your hand is leading us and your love supporting us. Through Jesus Christ, our Lord. Whatever you say. Happy 90th birthday. She was gonna bring some photos and stuff, but looks like either she gave up on it or she died before she could even move, which at this point I would also believe there's a fucking curse, because like it's too much, you know? Like, where does it fucking end?
What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
Ugh.
Maybe it should have come sooner.
Were you guys really living
had to
at the
end
very top
one
of the
way or
house like
another.
that?
All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Oh, I think I might have missed stuff. I guess I've missed Eddie's book and maybe Dawn's book. Maybe the way I explored like was wrong and I missed it. A lot of these little figures. Some drawings. I guess this was my room at the very, very top of the house. Some kind of world map. They love this picture. Dawn with Eddie and young Edith. God, you can hear like the wood of the house just kind of creaking and ugh. This is so dangerous. Edith. I'm still missing two though. Like I'm still missing Eddie and Dawn. But maybe they'll get added with this. Oh, that's where all the words are coming from. It's from this weird light. Huh. Alright, let's see how this story ends. The quill. Edith Finch. And that's where she started
The whole
writing.
last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word.
She must have been so
Until supper, when
sad.
she raised her glass and said,
To our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Awkward. Just gonna go hide in the corner while your like mom and her mom are like arguing. Well, none of my life has been normal, so why start now, right?
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles.
Well, at least we know the house didn't burn down, even though it feels like it should.
When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
Ooh.
Or that Edie had a key to it.
Ooh. True, that's the one place we haven't been to. Secret library? Like, having candles in here, again, very dangerous. Why would you seal the library, though? Like, did someone live in here? I thought we only sealed rooms.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
The curse? The curse will find you wherever you go. Will it, though? I don't know. Seems like this happened only to people who were living in here.
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
Ugh.
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Damn. Just gonna send her to the nursing home? She doesn't want to leave this house, though. She spent her whole life here, like ever since, yeah. Eddie got here when she was a baby, right? Ever since she was a little baby. The houses. The field of people, Odin. The night you were born. History of the Finches by Edith Finch.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Enough to go to the old house? Ooh.
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
The first and last. How can the tide get this low?
Earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years.
I'll believe it.
God, it smelled awful.
Oh yeah, I bet.
I've seen that house every day of my life.
But never like this.
But I never thought I'd go back to it.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, you could have dived like with a
When
diving
the
suit,
fog
but
rolled in, I lost my way.
just keep going straight forward.
I got turned around.
Oh, damn.
For a while, I wandered.
And this is on the night she was born?
I started seeing things.
It's the deer that killed your son.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends.
An old bed.
That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Oh, this thing that's usually like floating next to it, right? With the light to prevent ships from like hitting the ruins of the house and crashing into it. So they would need to have this thing on top of it to protect the boats. But like, wasn't she too young to remember any of this?
But that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again.
Aww. And she died in 2010.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
Uh-oh.
After that, we moved around a lot.
How do you know she died then?
We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
God. Can't catch a fucking break.
She got better for a while. And then she didn't. And then I was alone.
All alone in the fucking world.
The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Is this what I think it is?
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. and tell you all these stories myself.
Move toward the light. Move toward the
guess
longest
if you're reading this
vagina in
now,
history.
things didn't work out that way.
Oh no. You can't die in childbirth at fucking 17.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it.
Are
It's
you
a lot
kidding
to ask,
me?
but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
That's such a downer. She died at 18? Now this child's all alone? What the fuck, man? That's such a downer. You couldn't come up with like some kind of hopeful... I mean, I guess it kind of is. It's like, oh, you know what? No matter when you die, like, you're lucky just to be here. It's like, I guess, but you painted this picture of this horrible curse, like taking away everyone. And then you're... and then how you choose to end it is like, well, she also died at 18. It's like everyone in her family fucking died really young from this curse. And she had a son who will also probably die really young because he doesn't have parents. So like, who's taking care of him now? How'd you get pregnant so young? Oh, you know what would be a great twist right at the end, past the credit? Is fucking Milton is still alive and like he takes care of the kid. It would be something at least, you know, just throw me a bone. Jonathan Hamel. See Johan's name in the ending credits, so why would I not? Why I get an achievement for that? Johan? Who's Johan again? God, it's Don Gregory. I guess that's on me for like expecting some kind of uplifting ending, which I don't know what about this game gave me the feeling that there was going to be some kind of... I don't know, you just always expect some kind of positive twist right at the end, right? It's pretty rare that games just don't have that. Just fiction in general. You know, sometimes movies will have like this really... What's a movie like that? You know, like No Country for Old Men kind of ends on like this just really downer note. And it's pretty jarring, but I respect it. It doesn't happen often, so... God, look at this baby. Is this a real photo of a real baby? I don't want to say anything about how it looks if it's a real person, but like... That's a weird looking baby. Just peachy. I hope these are real photos of these people when they were kids. Annapurna, what's wrong with you? Don't show me a kid playing with a fucking gun. Oh, man. You know, just because a story ends kind of bad, it's still valid. It's a valid story to tell. It's just... It's kind of rare that it happens, right? So, it's like a sucker punch. Wow. That was great. This was a really great game. Lucas Pope! Lucas Pope? The Lucas Pope was a playtester on this? Huh. Wow. Trick or treat, smell my feet. Scarred for Life 2. I'm scarred for life after playing this game. Enjoy, thank you. In loving memory, Lewis Finch. The Edith Finch team. They worked on this for 5 years. Wow. The end. Tell me Milton's still alive. Just give me that. Son of a bitch. Well, at least I got everyone. There it is, Eddie. She really died in 2010. It's like everyone died, the family fell apart, and then the youngest also died giving birth. Like, wow. Great. Awesome story, guys. Thank you. It's just sad. I'm just sad. I'm glad I started this in kind of a good mood, because if I had been in a bad mood, this would have kind of like finished me off. But no, this was a really great game in this style of narrative game. Like, it might be one of the best. I can see why people hold this game in high regard, because even though it's not a complex story, like the way it kind of like gets you through all these different narrative pathways, through like living it through like a game or a vision, or like morphing into these animals, and then like a comic book. It's very, very creative. There's a great variety of like how it chooses to do that. And it's a pretty compelling story as well, even though it ends, again, on a really bad note. But I think they were trying to tell a hopeful message at the end by saying, like, it doesn't matter how short your time is. What matters is what you do with the time that's given to you, you know, the old Gandalf quote. But this was great. I had a great time playing through this game. I hope you guys enjoyed going on this ride with me. Just, yeah, I hope whatever we play next will be a little bit more uplifting. I don't mind some of these sad stories once in a while, but like, you know, it's like really dramatic movies and really sad movies. Like, it's fine once in a while. You go through it once, you're like, I'm probably never going to experience this again willingly. But yeah, the use of music and like the baby in the bath, all these different stories, like doing it through the photos. Yeah, a lot of really great moments in this. It's really creative. So even though it was sad, I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys did too. So next week we're going to be starting a new game, and it's a game about a musician. And that's the only clue you're getting, so try and guess. But until next time, I had fun playing this. Hope you had fun watching it, and I will see you in the next video. À la prochaine!